Fox 66 News with Elena LaQuatra, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Greg Smiley with sports. This is Fox 66 News Good Day Erie.
It's Monday morning, and the strange case of a body buried in a backyard leads to the arrest of 2 people. Good day, Erie. I'm Elena LaQuatra. 2 people are in the Erie County prison now in connection to the death of a man. He was found buried in an Erie backyard along West 5th Street. Fox 66's Saida Abbas went to the Mill Creek Police Department to learn more.
Ashley Frank tried to locate Vincent Force at the Thunderbird Motel and his 28-year-old caretaker, Elizabeth Taylor's residence at 231 West 5th Street. Frank filed a missing person report at the Mill Creek Police Department.
We had prior dealings with this person in regards to welfare checks, I think because of his age and a disability that he had. So that led them to us thinking that maybe he was still living in our jurisdiction.
On July 5th, 2018, Taylor met with Frank at Adult Protective Services and advised her that she had last seen the missing person in the last week of June.
Frank spoke with 33-year-old Antonia McLaurin, who lived with Taylor. McLaurin believed Force was living at the Thunderbird Motel with a man named Bradley Rounds, who was physically and sexually abusing Force. No information about the body is being given at this time.
Detectives, along with Mercyhurst forensic students, exhumed a body that was wrapped in plastic.
Neighbors were surprised to wake up to a crime scene.
I was terrified because I had no idea what was going on, and I had gotten a safety alert from my school saying they found a deceased person, so I wasn't sure what that entailed.
McLaurin and Taylor are both in custody at the Erie County Prison. Saida Abbas, Fox 66 News.
The search for a missing boater on Chautauqua Lake continues through the day and into the night. Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office, dive teams, fire departments, and a helicopter all joined forces in late Saturday evening. The search has been concentrating on the southern half of Chautauqua Lake near Lakewood. Witnesses tell the sheriff's deputies that the victim jumped off his boat to go swimming, unfortunately never resurfacing. Chautauqua County Sheriff's identifying the boater as 47-year-old Timothy Yoakum of Faulkner, New York. He disappeared about 5:30 Saturday evening. More news is coming up in just a minute, but first we're turning to meteorologist Tom DeVecchio with your Fox First forecast. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Elena. Thank you very much. Looking at some decent weather. Again, warm and humid to start out the day. Your first forecast is calling for muggy conditions, some sunshine for now, but some showers or thunderstorms are expected to develop later on in the day. They'll be scattered about, and some of them could have some pretty good downpours as we head on into the afternoon. Highs in the middle to upper 80s. Rest of the forecast coming up later in the show. Elena?
Thank you, Tom. And a Corey man will be in court today for his preliminary hearing over a hit and run. Stephen Wellman, who's facing charges including aggravated assault by vehicle, is scheduled to appear before a magistrate in Corey this morning. The accident happening in the 600 block of West Washington Street in Corey around 1:30 a.m. May 12th. The 46-year-old Wellman was later arraigned on multiple charges. A man who walked away from his work release program is scheduled for his preliminary hearing today as well. 26-year-old Caleb Smith of Emporium was taken into custody at the City Mission on French Street shortly after noon on June 24th by Erie police. Smith allegedly walking away from the Erie Community Correction Center on West 2nd Street on the morning of June 23rd. He had been in the center since 2017 after pleading guilty to a charge of theft by unlawful taking. A visit from the President's Secretary of Education is on the City of Erie's schedule this afternoon. Betsy DeVos expected to make her way to Erie sometime later this afternoon between 3 and 5 p.m. She's expected to visit an elementary school, speaking with teachers and students. She's also expected to make some time for the local media. That brings us to today's poll question. We're asking which kinds of these schools do you send your children to? You had a choice between public, private, charter, or home. That question will be posted all day. Head over to yourerie.com and vote. Be sure you tune in tomorrow to see how your answer compares with everyone else. The Warriors to Washington was honored on the floor of the U.S. House by Congressman Mike Kelly. The organization was founded in 2013, created to honor the veterans from the northwestern Pennsylvania region. The group raises money to fund an annual trip to Washington, D.C., by which post 9/11 veterans are treated to an all-expense-paid experience. The president of Warriors to Washington, Joe Fott, is proud of what the group has done in the past 5 years.
I was really quite surprised and quite taken aback. It's not often that you're recognized for starting an organization that serves veterans and will lead to something like this.
A lot of camaraderie went into giving the attendees a rewarding experience. Now, this week's Made in America takes us to Cold Draft International. They're the makers of Cold Draft ice machines. The business has been around since 1955, manufacturing these machines from start to finish. Every machine that leaves the Erie facility is made in America, made right here.
There's a lot more that goes into an ice cube and taking heat out of water.
John Zweigard knows ice cubes, and all ice cubes are not the same, especially when they come from one of his cold draft ice machines.
Our ice machines are manufactured with a horizontal evaporator, where everybody else in the industry is a vertical evaporator. So the way the ice is made, it forms in layers, and it gives you a harder, more solid cube.
A perfect 1¼ by 1¼ ice cube. These machines are manufactured from start to finish at the Erie plant, from bending and punching the sheet metal to welding the pieces to installing and connecting the electrical pieces. Each one of the evaporators are skillfully put together, from the bending of the copper tubing to the placement of the ice grids. But it's the design that makes these machines so special. The impurities in the water drain out. It's only the pure water that freezes and makes that perfect cube.
The pure water freezes, and since it freezes in small layers, you get an individual cube that is perfectly square. It's more clear, it's harder, it melts slower than your normal ice.
And of course, this is one Made in America company that's reflected on every box that leaves the building.
We got to do it cost effective, and that takes some investment. When you have the investment, manufacture in America is the best that you can have.
Made in America, Made Right Here is presented by Channel Lock. To nominate a local business you'd like to see featured, click on the news tab at yourerie.com.
Now, if you love nature and history, then the film playing at the Tom Ridge Environmental Center is for you. This award-winning film is aimed at educating and entertaining folks of all ages. Tiara Braddock finds out why this film is attracting so much support.
Amazon Adventures takes viewers back in time to learn about the interesting journey of naturalist and explorer Henry Walter Bates. While Bates was in the Amazon, he collected and cataloged specimens from over 14,000 species, 8,000 of them new to science.
We saw the poster and it looked like a fun time. So.
The Schroeder family is from Pittsburgh, and they decided to take a trip to the Tom Ridge Environmental Center and watch Amazon Adventures while they're in Erie.
And just take him around and watch him interact with everything.
And then the film Amazon Adventures is sponsored by Edinburgh University, and the filmmakers are SK Films and HHMI Tanglebank Studios.
We've been committed to environmental initiatives over the years, and Trek does a great job in bringing environmental education to the region, so we want to partner with them.
Edinburgh University's interim president, Dr. Michael J. Hannon, says sponsoring the film is one of the many environmental education initiatives the university has to offer.
We offer 3 different degree programs specializing in different aspects of environmental science and environmental policy and studies.
Amazon Adventures will show daily at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Tiara Braddock, Fox 66 News.
The second stop of the National Stand-Up Paddleboard Championship races comes to Erie over the weekend. It was a great weekend to be out on the waters of Lake Erie. More than a dozen racers from around the country took part in the races, and although they're competitive, many people end up pursuing the sport after having more luck than they anticipated on their first race.
This is actually my second time paddleboarding. I tried it in Reno the first time and did pretty well, and decided to stick with it, so now I got a new hobby.
It was against a bunch of pros, some Olympic athletes, and I ended up winning the whitewater division, and I got sponsored as a paddle athlete after that.
As competitive paddleboarding becomes increasingly popular, the race is expected to grow in size in the coming years. The second annual HazardCon brings fans of Japanese animation and culture to the Ambassador Hotel over the weekend. Cosplay, video games, and plenty of merchandise from your favorite anime shows were just some of what was offered at this year's HazardCon event. Since its start last year, attendance has doubled, making organizers hopeful about the convention's future.
Kind of brings a community of people that enjoy the culture together, and it allows the community of Erie to kind of learn more about anime and Japanese culture in general.
We're told there's an agreement between the HazardCon and the Ambassador to continue holding the events at this location for several years to come. Time now for the results of our web poll. We asked you, what's your favorite genre of music? 70% said classic rock, 12% said pop music. Just under that, 11% said heavy metal, and hip-hop took 7%. And the time now is 8:10. Coming up on Good Day Erie, the Library of Congress is getting in the spirit for the MLB All-Star Game in Washington, D.C. Stay with us.
This is Fox 66 News Good Day Erie.
The day with the chicken you love. Get the feeling of Chick-fil-A for breakfast.
Nothing says summer like a beach trip. So let's promote our summer travel deal on choicehotels.com like this. Surf shop. Earn a $50 gift card when you stay just twice this summer.
Or bada book, bada boom.
Book now at choicehotels.com.
The moment you realize your paint isn't laser-proof.
At Lowe's, we have the right paint for every family. With our collection of stain-resistant and durable paints, we've got you covered.
When compassion, strength, and guidance are needed most, it's a comfort to know that your family can rely on Duskus Taylor. Funeral service options available to meet your specific wishes and made affordable to every family's budget. All of this offered to you at our premier facility, nestled in a peaceful and park-like setting in beautiful Harbor Creek Township. Tradition, affordability, and a heritage of compassionate service. Duskus Taylor Funeral Home and Cremation Services.
Caregivers, are you and the person you care for not satisfied with your current home care company? Are you not being paid weekly or receiving time and a half pay? If not, it's time for a change. Excel Home Care offers great weekly pay, medical benefits, PTO, and time and a half. Excel Home Care offers exceptional home care services. Choose a home care company that cares for both you and your client. Call Excel Home Care.
From your weather authority, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
It's a muggy start to the day, including at the airport, the Jamestown Mattress Skycam. And we got the windsock out there for this morning. And there actually is a bit of a breeze here, around 10 miles an hour or so at the airport. So we are getting some extension of that windsock for this morning. But it is a warm, muggy breeze overall. Live pinpoint Dopplers, only live local Doppler, not showing any precipitation with the mugginess so far today. And temperatures right now already 78 in Erie. We have temperatures close to 70, even on the inland side, or low 70s. So we do have some warm temperatures and some muggy conditions. Dew points well into the upper 60s to near 70. A little higher dew points for today. We have an approaching frontal system, and that will probably set off some scattered showers and storms, mainly midday and into the afternoon. Who gets hit, when they get hit, real tough call here. I think generally we'll see early afternoon or midday. They may start closer toward the lakeshore. Might miss the city. No promises here, though. As you get farther inland, out toward Meadville and Warren, later in, probably from early to late afternoon, we'll see some of the storms develop. But the front itself doesn't move through until about 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. So threat of storms will continue through the afternoon and tonight. Some could have some really good downpours, perhaps a few gusty winds, though the threat is severe, pretty low. Cold front goes to the south. We get cooler and drier for tomorrow and into the middle of the week. So partly sunny, humid, some scattered mainly afternoon storms. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s. Showers and thunderstorms likely tonight. Mid to upper 60s inland, low 70s along the lakeshore. They'll diminish toward daybreak, maybe a few early morning showers in Erie. Toward midday in the mountains, more sun for the afternoon and less humid. High temperatures in the upper 70s. From your weather authority, keep the sunshine and relatively low humidity right out through the middle of the week. Get the latest updates of that forecast anytime. Head to our website, yourerie.com.
Thank you, Tom. Baseball's biggest stars and a lot of their fans are descending upon the nation's capital for this summer's MLB All-Star Game, just in time for the Midsummer Classic. A new exhibition at the Library of Congress called Baseball Americana traces baseball through the ages and through the lens of American history. Karen Kefa takes a look.
The last time Washington hosted an MLB All-Star Game was 1969, and the rosters included future Hall of Famers Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, and Ernie Banks. Now those names are part of an exhibition at the Library of Congress that looks at baseball's endurance and evolution, narratives that now span decades.
The story that we selected was baseball as community, as an equalizer, as something that brings people together. And then it was easy to say, what are the stories we want to tell?
Dozens of baseball artifacts, photos, and game footage create the experience. Some items are from the Library of Congress collection, others on loan from the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, like Babe Ruth's leather cleats. Baseball's so-called Magna Carta is also on display, a handwritten laws of baseball that laid out rules in 1857, like 9-inning games and 90 feet between bases, that still define the game today. An interactive wall looks at some of the record-setting stats that players still chase today. But Librarian of Congress Carla Hayden said it was important to look beyond the play on the field to how the game has reflected life off of the field.
Of course, when you think about diversity and baseball bringing people together, you think about Jackie Robinson being the first African-American player.
The Library of Congress collection holds Jackie Robinson's papers and the papers of Branch Rickey, the baseball executive who helped him break that barrier with the then Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947. Also part of the exhibition, women in the game, including a uniform from the Rockford Peaches, the team made famous in the film A League of Their Own. Hayden, a baseball fan herself, hopes the sights and sounds of the space spark memories and conversations across generations.
It's going to take you right back to when you were at the ballpark or you were at home and listening to a game on the radio. And that's what we hope that people will feel.
No matter how long ago or not so long ago those memories may be. In Washington, I'm Karen Kefa.
Well, as the saying goes, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. Just ask a Canadian postman who was caught red-handed on video snacking on a homeowner's vegetable garden without permission. Jeremy Roth has today's look at this.
A hungry mailman was caught red-handed gobbling up a family's tomatoes in Canada. After noticing tomatoes missing, the Montreal family assumed squirrels were to blame. And why wouldn't they? Nasty, thieving creatures squirrels are. Say what? Yeah, I'm talking about you. But I digress. When the family looked at the surveillance footage, the real culprit was revealed.
The postman is stealing tomatoes? Like, what's going on?
The produce pilfering postman was captured on video snacking on multiple visits. The family now says they want an apology. Affiliate CTV reports the man's employer, Canada Post, is aware and has spoken with the family. On the bright side, at least these squirrels have been vindicated. For now. From tomatoes to avocado-ly guacamole, look at the size of that thing. It's a huge variety of avocado originating from South Africa that's been nicknamed the Avozilla. The taste is said to be just as good as regular avocados, but you get a whole lot more. And here's the rub. For now, growers say you can expect to find these avocados in specialty shops in Australia, which will leave avocado fans stateside green with envy. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
It's one big avocado. 8:19. The current temperature is 78. More heat and humidity today. We'll let you know if any storms are in the forecast.
Also coming up on Good Day Erie, the weekend box office leaves one star hanging. Stay with us.
The 2018 Outlander Sport is likely the lowest cost CV you'll find with all the features you want. Standard equipment includes a rear view camera, 18-inch alloy wheels, a 7-inch touchscreen, LED running lights and fog lamps, and of course, Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. See the restyled Outlander Sport, now at a price we dare you to compare. Only $17,988 at Interstate Mitsubishi.
How'd it go with Aunt Janine? Would you please stop calling her Aunt Janine?
On the next Mom.
How'd it go with your former lesbian lover?
Bonnie's secret confession.
You lived with this woman for about a year. Did you do gay things with her? Gay things were done.
Gets exposed in public.
So what happens now? Does Christy have two mommies?
On the next Mom.
Today at 5 on Fox 66.
Weather is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Off-Road Express.
Every day we just go, baby, go. Sea-Doo introduces the newest ways to explore the water for an experience like no other. Adventure starts at just $53.99. And right now, get more great deals in store.
Your Sea-Doo adventures start at Off-Road Express. Get out and play.
Sea-Doo. Escape the everyday.
How'd it go with Aunt Janine? Would you please stop calling her Aunt Janine?
On the next Mom.
How'd it go with your former lesbian lover?
Bonnie's secret confession.
You lived with this woman for about a year. Did you do gay things with her? Gay things were done.
Gets exposed in public.
So what happens now? Does Christy have two mommies?
On the next Mom.
Today at 5 on Fox 66. From your weather authority, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Welcome back as you check things out on our Skycam. We're looking downtown. Actually, excuse me, we're looking at the Bayfront there, which is actually part of downtown, I guess. The HumesForCars.com Skycam. We have some sunshine and another nice start to the day here. See the shadows there from the sun, and weather in pretty good shape for now. Nothing showing up on our live pinpoint Doppler. Erie's only live local Doppler. Temperatures right now almost 80 in Erie, so she's a warm one already. Inland spots mainly in the lower 70s, so we do have some heat. And yeah, we have the juice. Dew points up there in the upper 60s to the lower 70s off toward the west. So a lot of humidity, and that could very well lead to some scattered showers and storms into the early afternoon. Every model run, as is often the case, you don't have a real good trigger, is different. So everyone is under the gun for some potential showers and storms through the afternoon and into tonight. Now, the cold front does not move through until about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It should clear Erie by daybreak, so I don't think we'll see any rain here tomorrow morning, but farther inland may take a few hours till mid-morning before it's finally out. Then cooler and drier conditions come in with a few scattered clouds as we head on into the afternoon, and that trend will continue as we head on into Wednesday. A couple of nice days of some good weather. Today, humid, muggy, partly sunny skies, scattered showers and storms developing during the afternoon. I think they'll tend to start near the lake shore midday and then hit the other sections through the afternoon. But everyone under the gun, really, for the whole day. It's kind of hard to tell who will get hit. Highs in the middle to upper 80s. Showers and storms for tonight. Mid to upper 60s inland, low 70s along the lake shore. Into tomorrow, showers should be out of Erie before daybreak. break and out of the eastern mountains by mid-morning. More sun for the afternoon. Cooler and less humid. Highs in the middle to upper 70s. From your Weather Authority, some sunshine. Nice weather Wednesday into Thursday. Low dew points and nice comfortable air. But the humidity returns for Friday. Chance of some late-day storms. And that could lead to some scattered showers and storms for the upcoming weekend.
It doesn't look too good over the weekend. Hopefully
we'll see what happens. Yeah, things can change. So, okay. This is one of those don't overthink it questions.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Hopefully this one's a little easier than the one we had on our other show there. What ancient invention allows people to see through walls?
Okay.
The answer coming up in a half hour.
Okay. It's very simple, isn't it?
Right. Don't overthink it.
Okay. All right.
Don't overthink it.
Time now to meet the cutest pet of the week. That's thanks to our friends at Country Fair.
This picture was sent in by Amy. This is Milo enjoying a stroll through the Lawrence Park Golf Course right onto the lake.
You can upload a picture of your pet on our website, yourerie.com. You'll find a link on our contest page. All right, 2 new movies challenge the reigning box office champ. Did either manage to take the title? Here's David Daniel with the weekend's top 5.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom earned $15.5 million for 5th place and a domestic total of $363 million. Incredibles 2 is up to $536 million domestic after a 4th place weekend worth $16.2 million. The new Dwayne Johnson action movie Skyscraper debuted in 3rd place, making $25.5 million. Ant-Man and the Wasp lost the top spot, but $28.8 million gave the Marvel sequel $133 million in 10 days.
I could not be more excited to have all of you on board our first ever Monster Cruise!
Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation set sail at #1, opening with $44.1 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
The last 2 Blockbuster stores in Alaska are closing their doors, one's in Fairbanks and one in Anchorage.
And you may be asking, do Blockbuster stores still exist? The answer is here in John Thompson's report.
I actually really like that movie.
Thursday night is movie night for John and Hannah Karantana.
We're trying to figure out if we want something funny or if we want something scary. I don't want scary.
But it's not just a trip to find a film. It's also a trip down memory lane.
We have friends in town visiting, so we wanted to bring them as well to one of the only Blockbusters left in the States.
And it might be their last chance.
Just breaks your heart, you know.
The end of August spells the end of Blockbuster in Alaska.
Thank you for calling Blockbuster Video on the Bar. This is Kevin. I may help you.
Kevin Damude has been here nearly all of this store's 28 years.
Living the dream, living the dream.
He's seen the industry change as more people go to streaming services. But he says Netflix isn't for everyone.
You get a lot of customers that just don't want to do that. For one thing, it's expensive. And another thing is, if you don't have high speed, it's a waste of time to do it, you know? So there's still something to say about coming in and talking to somebody.
The adventure of just walking through aisle by aisle.
Okay.
Hannah and friends have decided on a movie for tonight.
Dude, I would like one. Yeah.
Now the question is,
thank you.
Where will they rent their next one?
Sad to say that this is the end.
It's the end of an era. I love going to Blockbuster. Yeah. Every weekend was my little tradition with my family. By the way, the last Blockbuster store in the United States is in Bend, Oregon, so we'll have to take a trip there to visit.
Let's go out and say hi.
We'll be right back.
Don't miss our biggest tire sale of the year. It's Flynn's annual tent sale, now through July 31st. We've slashed prices on nearly every tire in stock. And when you buy 3 select Yokohama tires, you'll get the 4th tire free. So go to Flynn's Tire and Auto Service.
And tell them Finney sent you.
Moving is a good time to think about your internet, TV, and voice provider. That's where Spectrum comes in. Make the move to Spectrum today. Spectrum Internet has the fastest starting speeds for the price at 100 megabits per second. That's more than enough speed for your devices with no data caps and a free modem. Just $29.99 a month when you call 844-357-2999. Spectrum TV delivers more free HD and thousands of titles free on demand. Just $29.99 a month when you call 844-357-2999. and stay connected to friends from the old neighborhood with unlimited nationwide calling, plus unlimited calling to Canada, Mexico, and more with Spectrum Voice. Move to Spectrum with no contracts and our 30-day money-back guarantee. It's easy to switch to the best internet, TV, and voice services for $29.99 a month each, plus free DVR service. Call 844-357-2999.
Don't miss our biggest tire sale of the year. It's Flynn's annual tent sale, now through July 31st. We've slashed prices on nearly every tire in stock. And when you buy 3 select Yokohama tires, you'll get the 4th tire free. So go to Flynn's Tire and Auto Service.
And tell them Finny sent you.
Lake Erie Cycle Fest has a ride for every kind of cyclist. The early birds, the slow rollers, jelly jammers, western explorers, those who play in the dirt, and others who enjoy scavenger hunts. Find a ride that fits your style. Information and registration for Lake Erie Cycle Fest are at eriecyclefest.org. Lake Erie Cycle Fest is presented by Highmark and St. Vincent Hospital, part of Allegheny Health Network, and by these sponsors. Lake Erie Cycle Fest benefits WQLN, Emergicare, and the YMCA.
Thanks for watching Fox 66, your weather authority.
Fox 66 News with Elena LaQuatra, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Greg Smiley with sports. This is Fox 66 News Good Day Erie.
It's Monday morning, and the strange case of a body buried in a backyard leads to the arrest of 2 people. Good day, Erie. I'm Elena LaQuatra. 2 people are in the Erie County Prison in connection to the death of a man who was found buried in an Erie backyard along West 5th Street. Fox 66's Saida Abbas went to the Mill Creek Police Department and the neighborhood of West 5th Street, where the police have been guarding the crime scene. This is continuing coverage this morning.
Ashley Frank tried to locate Vincent Force at the Thunderbird Motel and his 28-year-old caretaker, Elizabeth Taylor's residence at 231 West 5th Street. Frank filed a missing person report at the Mill Creek Police Department.
We had prior dealings with this person in regards to welfare checks, I think because of his age and a disability that he had. So that led them to us, thinking that maybe he was still living in our jurisdiction.
On July 5th, 2018, Taylor met with Frank at Adult Protective Services and advised her that she had last seen the missing person in the last week of June. Frank spoke with 33-year-old Antonia McLaurin, who lived with Taylor. McLaurin believed Force was living at the Thunderbird Motel with a man named Bradley Rounds, who was physically and sexually abusing Force. No information about the body is being given at this time.
Detectives, along with Mercyhurst forensic students, exhumed a body that was wrapped in plastic.
Neighbors were surprised to wake up to a crime scene.
I was terrified because I had no idea what was going on, and I had gotten a safety alert from my school saying they found a deceased person, so I wasn't sure what that entailed.
McLaurin and Taylor are both in custody at the Erie County Prison. Saida Abbas, Fox 66 News.
Search for a missing boater on Chautauqua Lake continues throughout the day and into the night. Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office, dive teams, fire departments, and a helicopter all joining in on the forces late Saturday. The search has been concentrating on the southern half of Chautauqua Lake near Lakewood. Witnesses told the sheriff's deputies that the victim jumped off his boat to go swimming, unfortunately never resurfacing. Chautauqua County Sheriff's identifying the boater as 47-year-old Timothy Yoakum of Faulkner, New York. He disappeared about 5:30 Saturday evening. More news is coming up in just a minute, but first, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio is here with your Fox First forecast. A sunny one for the day.
That's right, Elena, at least for the morning hours, and we'll see if we can avoid some of the storms for the afternoon. Though we could use some rain here. Our first forecast is calling for partly sunny, muggy conditions. May get some storms around midday and into the afternoon. Watch for those. And some of the storms, while not expected to be severe, have some good downpours, maybe some gusty winds. How long before the dry air comes in here? We'll talk more on that later in the show. Elena?
Thank you, Tom. A Corey man will be in court today for his preliminary hearing over a hit and run. Stephen Wellman, who's facing charges including aggravated assault by vehicle, is scheduled to appear before a magistrate in Corey this morning. The accident happening in the 600 block of West Washington Street in Corey around 1:30 a.m. on May 12th. 46-year-old Wellman was later arraigned on multiple charges. The victim is a 51-year-old woman. She was taken to Corey Hospital for treatment. And a man who walked away from his work release program is scheduled for his preliminary hearing as well. That's 26-year-old Caleb Smith of Emporium. He was taken into custody at the City Mission on French Street shortly after noon on June 24th by Erie police. Smith allegedly walking away from the Erie Community Correction Center on West 2nd Street on the morning of June 23rd. He had been in the center since 2017 after pleading guilty to a charge of theft by unlawful taking. A visit by the President's Secretary of Education is on the City of Erie's agenda this afternoon. Betsy DeVos is expected to make her way into Erie sometime later in the afternoon between 3 and 5 p.m. She's expected to visit an elementary school as well as speak with teachers and students, also expected to make time for the local media. Warriors to Washington was honored on the floor of the U.S. House by Congressman Mike Kelly. The organization, founded in 2013, was created to honor the veterans from the northwestern Pennsylvania region. The group raises money to fund an annual trip to Washington, D.C., by which post-9/11 veterans are treated to an all-expense-paid experience. President of Warriors to Washington, Joe Fott, is proud of what the group has done for the past 5 years.
I was really quite surprised and quite taken aback. It's not often that you're recognized for starting an organization that serves veterans and will lead to something like this.
Of course, there was a lot of camaraderie during that trip and while giving the attendees a rewarding experience. This week's Made in America takes us to Cold Draft International. They're the makers of cold draft ice machines. This business has been around since 1955, manufacturing these machines from start to finish. And every machine that leaves its Erie facility is made in America, made right here.
There's a lot more that goes into an ice cube and taking heat out of water.
John Zweigart knows ice cubes, and all ice cubes are not the same, especially when they come from one of his cold draft ice machines.
Our ice machines are manufactured with a horizontal evaporator, where everybody else in the industry is a vertical evaporator. So the way the ice is made, it forms in layers, and it gives you a harder, more solid cube.
A perfect 1¼ by 1¼ ice cube. These machines are manufactured from start to finish at the Erie plant, from bending and punching the sheet metal to welding the pieces to installing and connecting the electrical pieces. Each one of the evaporators are skillfully put together, from the bending of the copper tubing to the placement of the ice grids. But it's the design that makes these machines so special. The impurities in the water drain out. It's only the pure water that freezes and makes that perfect cube.
The pure water freezes, and since it freezes in small layers, you get an individual cube that is perfectly square. It's more clear, it's harder, it melts slower than your normal ice.
And of course, this is one Made in America company that's reflected on every box that leaves the building.
We got to do it cost effective, and that takes some investment. When you have the investment, manufacture in America is the best that you can have.
Made in America, Made Right Here is presented by Channel Lock. To nominate a local business you'd like to see featured, click on the news tab at yourerie.com.
If you love nature and history, then a film playing at the Tom Ridge Environmental Center is for you. This award-winning film is aimed at educating and entertaining folks of all ages. Tiara Braddock finds out why this film is attracting so much support.
Amazon Adventures takes viewers back in time to learn about the interesting journey of naturalist and explorer Henry Walter Bates. While Bates was in the Amazon, he collected and cataloged specimens from over 14,000 species, 8,000 of them new to science.
We saw the poster and it looked like a fun time. So.
The Schroeder family is from Pittsburgh, and they decided to take a trip to the Tom Ridge Environmental Center and watch Amazon Adventures while they're in Erie.
And just take him around and watch him interact with her.
And then the film Amazon Adventures is sponsored by Edinburgh University, and the filmmakers are SK Films and HHMI Tanglebank Studios.
We've been committed to environmental initiatives over the years, and Trek does a great job in bringing environmental education to the region, so we want to partner with them.
Edinburgh University's interim president, Dr. Michael J. Hannon, says sponsoring the film is one of the many environmental education initiatives the university has to offer.
We offer 3 different degree programs specializing in different aspects of environmental science and environmental policy and studies.
Amazon Adventures will show daily at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Tiara Braddock, Fox 66 News.
An almost perfect weather weekend made for an excellent 30th annual Greek Fest. From food to music to learning about the religion, the Greek Fest has become a tradition for many families in the area. For 3 decades now, the festival is bringing people together from all cultures to indulge in all things Greek culture. One man traveled all the way from Greece to sell his books. They're aimed at teaching children about the many figures in Orthodox history.
For us, it's beautiful to see people coming and discovering this beauty that they didn't know. It belongs to them. I couldn't believe it. We just thought, okay, we'll only be Greeks or Russians or Romanians who buy books. Far from that. It's probably 10% that are Greeks and the rest is local people.
Thousands attend this event every year. Proceeds go into a fund for the upkeep on the beautiful church. The time now is 8:39. Coming up on Good Day Erie, the deals are ready and so are the Prime shoppers as Amazon rolls out another Prime Day. Stay with us.
This is Fox 66 News Good Day Erie.
The day with the chicken you love. Get the feeling of Chick-fil-A for breakfast.
The Tri-States Pre-Owned Vehicles Superstore is right here at Humes, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. We've got over 250 pre-owned cars, trucks, minivans, and sport utilities. All makes, all models, gas and diesel. We'll have just the one you want, and with our immediate on-the-spot financing plan, we'll be able to tailor a payment plan to meet any budget. Many are certified and have the balance of the factory warranty. Come see us today. We're only 9 miles south of Mill Creek Mall on Peach Street in Waterford.
When compassion, strength, and guidance are needed most, it's a comfort to know that your family can rely on Duskus Taylor. Funeral service options available to meet your specific wishes and made affordable to every family's budget. All of this offered to you at our premier facility, nestled in a peaceful and park-like setting in beautiful Harbor Creek Township. Tradition, affordability, and a heritage of compassionate service. Duskus Taylor Funeral Home and Cremation Services.
Sports is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Off-Road Express.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X4 offers 4 times the proven off-road capability, 4 times the comfort, and 4 times the confidence to deliver 4 times the excitement on your next outdoor adventure.
See the complete line of Yamaha vehicles only at Off-Road Express. Get out and play.
From your weather authority, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Checking things out on our Skycam. This is the Channel Lock Skycam, this one out of Conneaut Lake. We do have some nice weather starting out today. Had, well, I think they're there. Well, no, that's a jet skier having some fun there as he or she goes flying on by. Already saw a couple of water skiers as well. So they're out early here in the mugginess out at Conneaut Lake for this morning. Temperature right now already 78 in Erie, 72 in Meadville. So Conneaut Lake probably in the lower 70s as well. We have 70 at Jamestown, 68 in Bradford, 71 out toward the Franklin area. Dew points well into the upper 60s and near 70. We have a lot of humidity, excuse me, in the air for today, and that will lead to some possible showers and storms as we head on into the afternoon. This cold front will not pass through until late tonight, but ahead of it, the moisture will increase. We'll get some heating with the afternoon heating, along with perhaps a little bit of a lake enhancement. All will help develop some storms during the afternoon. Not real keen on severe, but there could be some real good downpours with some of these. and a few gusty winds. As this front does go on through, they'll bring in some cooler and drier air, suppressing the heat to the south by tomorrow. And that relatively comfortable heat will continue into the middle of the week before this moisture starts to come back up again as we head on toward Friday. Today, though, muggy conditions, partly sunny overall. Scattered showers and storms will be developing during the afternoon. Everyone is under the gun for some possible storms, and temperatures will be in the middle to upper 80s. For tonight, periods of showers and thunderstorms, and temperatures in the middle to upper 60s with the low 70s here in Erie. The rain should end early in the morning, or probably even before daybreak for the city, and by mid to late morning for those of you living out toward Warren and into the Bradford area. Then we'll get more sunshine breaking out. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s along with less humidity. From your weather authority, we'll keep the nice weather Wednesday. Wednesday looks downright comfortable. Mid-70s, sunshine, back up to near 80 on Thursday, and the humidity returns with a chance of late-day storms on Friday. That trend continues into the upcoming weekend.
All right. Trivia.
Trivia time. What ancient invention allows people to see through walls? And the answer, you knew this already.
Windows.
Windows, that's right. This is one of those, don't overthink it. Yes, windows.
My second guess was going to be people. I don't know if you would call that an invention.
I don't know if people could do that. I mean, Superman could, I guess. But yeah, windows. They help you to see through walls. There you go.
That was an easy one. Way easier than the one on Jet that we had earlier this morning.
We have to challenge you sometime.
Ooh. Anyway, we'll meet the cutest pet of the week now, thanks to our friends at Country Fair.
This picture was sent in by Amy. This is Milo enjoying a stroll through Lawrence Park Golf Course on the lake, near the lake.
And you can upload a picture of your pet on our website. Head over to yourerie.com. You'll find the link on our contest page. Now, Amazon Prime Day starts this afternoon. This year's savings event begins at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern and extends for 36 hours.
Amazon is also promising to deliver 1 million deals for the first time. More than 1 million people around the world use Amazon Prime membership service. It comes with perks like free 2-day shipping, along with other features like video and music streaming.
Now, are you worried about hurting the environment with a plastic straw? You could try drinking out of a pasta straw.
May sound strange, but that's exactly what's happening at Frank's Pizza Palace in Appleton, Wisconsin. Their straws don't really look out of the ordinary until you look a little closer and you realize they're actually made out of pasta. The restaurant started the unusual practice years ago. It's been a customer favorite ever since, with many patrons munching on the straws after they're done eating. The idea of pasta straws came from the original owner of the pizzeria.
What an idea.
Yeah.
Maybe Starbucks can utilize that as they're trying to get rid of their plastic straws in the coming years.
Unless you want macaroni-flavored
coffee. Frappuccino.
At least on the hot stuff. Anyway.
Sounds great. Summertime means it's time to fire up the grill and invite friends and family over for a barbecue. It also means you'll probably be seeing some unexpected guests as well, those pesky bugs and insects.
And while you can always cover yourself and your guests in bug spray, you could take a more natural approach. Dave Bomondo explains.
My wife actually gets bitten a lot more than I do, but we've worked hard to keep our yard free of mosquitoes. So, you know, making sure there's no standing water and then investing in some mosquito repellent plants can really help.
There are actually many plants that naturally repel bugs, even one that was named because of it.
There are several plants that work well to help keep mosquitoes out of your yards. Probably the best would be lemongrass and citronella. There's also a plant called the mosquito plant, which is actually a type of geranium, but it also has citronella in it. And those would probably be the most effective.
If you're limited on space, many bug-repelling plants like basil, rosemary, and mint do well in pots as well as in larger garden spaces.
While these plants can be your best defense against unruly pests, some of them, like citronella, can be dangerous if ingested by your pets or kids.
If you want to ensure that these plants are safe for your pets and children, the best thing to do is to go online and search for a reputable site, specifically something that's from a university or a government site. There are plenty out there, and they have good information about what's safe for your yard.
If you still don't know where to start, Angie says to talk to your local nursery or landscaping pro for some tips and advice on how you can naturally keep bugs at bay. They can also advise you on what plants are safe for your family.
David Belmondo, Fox 66 News.
Time now is 8:48. Current temperature is a warm 78.
Also coming up on Good Day Erie, the Seawolves take on the Curve in a battle at the U. Stay with us.
Be where you want to be. See what you want to see. Do it all with a free RV from Boyer RV Center. That's right. Visit Boyer RV Center in Erie between now and August 15th and register to win the first Grand Design Transcend travel trailer ever made. Completely redefining quality and functionality. Transcend is this year's most anticipated RV yet. And best of all, it sleeps up to 10 people comfortably. All you've got to do is head to Boyer RV Center before August 15th and enter for your chance to win. Hurry in today.
Get hungry, then get to the table. At Longhorn, you already know what you've got to have. Now the only thing left to do is have it. Tonight, come get your Longhorn favorites. The Outlaw Ribeye, the Parmesan crusted chicken, the Longhorn salmon. The feeling, the flavor, the place. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
You know Shriners Hospitals for Children as the place that takes care of the most complex orthopedic conditions. But we also take care of common fractures, sprains, and sports injuries. Why would you need Shriners' whole pediatric team to treat a simple injury?
Because we know how that injury affects your child, physically, emotionally, and socially. We not only treat, we rehabilitate and inspire your child to get back in the game.
For any orthopedic issue, make sure your child gets the love and care only Shriners Hospitals for Children can give.
Are you and your child having trouble with discipline? Is your child displaying out-of-control behavior or anger issues at home or at school? We're here to help. At Sarah Reed Children's Center, we help you deal with these issues before it's too late. Don't think you're alone. Call today.
And now, Mike Finner with sports.
Welcome on in. It's time for morning sports. Falling in 3 of 4 against the Curve. The Seawolves look to stop a 2-game skid Sunday afternoon before heading on the road for 7. Erie giving the ball to Bo Burrows as the Seawolves look to let it rip on offense against Pedro Vasquez at UPMC Park. Superhero Day and Batman, Captain America, the Incredible Hulk, all taking in the action. Let's get to the action. Big start for the Seawolves against Pedro Vasquez. No score in the first until Daz Cameron blasts the 2-run shot to left. Erie leading it by a pair. Then to the second, more damage here. Cam Gibson going to send one out to right field. The sacrifice fly brings home Josh Tolley as Erie keeps adding to that early lead. Staying in the same inning, pass ball gets by the catcher, Erlis Rodriguez, saying, look what I found. Comes home with the easy slide to make it a 4-run lead for Erie, but they weren't close to finish in this frame. Cameron's at it again, and Daz smacks one into center field as the RBI single brings Danny Woodrow around. Erie would get another after that, all part of a 4-run second. They led 6-0 right away, but it wasn't just at the batter's box today, folks. Check out the diving catch from Cody Eves on the bunt attempt. Eves, the great glove work there. Then how about Bo Burrows just giving up 1 hit through 5, falling an Altoona home run. It's Burrows with 3 straight strikeouts, and he gave up 9, or struck out 9, gave up just 3 hits, pair of walks and a run and 7 complete. The deepest he's gone as a Seawolf. The Seawolves add another in the 7th, and oh boy, they get the win. Erie winning big in this one. 7-1, your final, as they go on the road now to Richmond starting tonight at 6:35. Let's get to the majors. Pirates and Brewers. We start in this one in the 10th inning. Pirates trailing 6-5. And how about this? Josh Bell going to bring home the tying run as he hits one deep to center. Now they're going for the win. The throw to the plate, getting past Eric Katz, Colin Moran, the wheels, and in to score the game-winning run. Pirates walk it off 7-6. They get the win in 10 innings. Yankees and Indians. Cleveland coming off off a tough 5-4 loss at home on Saturday. Aaron Nix and Neil Walker, 2 early home runs to make it 2-0 New York. Bottom of the 4th, Edwin Encarnacion, the equalizer, 2-run shot, his 22nd homer of the year. To the 8th, same score, Michael Brantley, the solo home run off Chad Green, his 12th of the season. Indians go up 3-2, and they win it 5-2. Tigers and Astros finishing up the series in Houston on Sunday. Detroit getting beat up bad, 9-1 on Saturday. Second inning in this one, no score. 1 on for John Hicks. Takes the former Tiger Justin Verlander for a ride. 2-run shot. Tigers take the 2-0 lead. To the 5th, 3-2 lead for Detroit. Jamer Candelario hits it on the solo shot to right. They'd add a couple more homers. Nico Goodrum and Jim Aducci homer. 4 homers and 6 runs. Tigers get the win. The final score in that one, 6-3. And our Off-Road Express Team of the Week goes to, well, the contingent of Erie Seawolves who were selected to play in this past week's Eastern League All-Star game. Erie pitchers Bo Burrows and Kyle Funkhauser represented the Wolves, as did second baseman Will Maddox. While outfielder Jacob Robson was initially selected, his call-up to AAA Toledo made way for Danny Woodrow. The Howlers helped the Western Division win after a 4-4 game through 9. Congrats to the Seawolves Eastern League All-Stars, our Off-Road Express Team of the Week.
Team of the Week is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Off-Road Express. Nominate your team on the contest page at yourerie.com. Get out and play.
And we are now inside game week for the Save and I All-Star Football Game. Kickoff is Friday night at 7 o'clock at Erie's Veterans Memorial Stadium. For now, that's it for Morning Sports. Back to you.
Up next, we'll take a final look at your forecast and your morning headlines. Stay with us.
How'd it go with Aunt Janine? Would you please stop calling her Aunt Janine?
On the next Mom.
How'd it go with your former lesbian lover?
Bonnie's secret confession.
You lived with this woman for about a year. Did you do gay things with her? Gay things were done.
Gets exposed in public.
So what happens now? Does Christy have 2 mommies?
On the next Mom.
Today at 5 on Fox 66.
So you think you can dance? All new tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Watch season 1 of 911 on Fox Now and Hulu.
I am going to get you out of here, I swear on my life.
And don't miss the 2-night premiere event starting Sunday, September 23rd on Fox.
On the next morning, Shantae wants to prove Brian's the dad.
He don't do nothing.
She's facing the opposition from an unlikely source.
Shantae's own brother.
What did you see?
Her bringing 3 different men at the same time.
Nicole slept with a client.
One time.
While selling sex toys.
You admitted your mistake.
No matter what I did, it has nothing to do with that baby. That is his daughter.
Her boyfriend's denying their daughter.
She was sleeping around the whole time.
DNA Truth on the next morning.
Today at 9 a.m. on Fox 66.
Your teenager naturally pushing the rules to their limits. When they push too far, call the Boys Town National Hotline at 800-448-3000. Our trained counselors are there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide advice and resources for problems big or small.
Would you and your loved ones recognize the 10 signs of stroke? Anybody's at risk for stroke.
I never expected to have a stroke.
I was 39. I didn't think a stroke could happen to me.
If you suspect stroke, call 911 immediately.
From your weather authority, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Our new motor Skycam right now, top of our tower, looking north. We have Peachy 990 on the left and more of the East Mill Creek and Harbor Creek areas toward the right with lots of nice green trees there, but a good layer of haze as well. But blue skies above that haze, so no immediate threat of some showers and storms in the area. But the temperatures are rising quickly. Already a muggy, hot 82 in Erie. Yeah, it's not even 9 o'clock yet. And inland spots mainly in the lower 70s. So it's definitely a warm one for today. Factor in some rather high dew points, already close to 70 here in Erie. It's going to be a muggy one for today. Be careful if you're working outside. Will be kind of a rough go there. Though we don't expect anything real serious for the morning. But during the afternoon, we'll probably see some showers and storms develop. You almost have to keep the models honest here. They're keeping a lot of it over the lake this afternoon, but don't be surprised if we get more farther inland as we head on through the afternoon, and especially tonight. The cold front itself will pass through late tonight, and with it we'll get some cooler and drier air as we head toward tomorrow, with more sunshine breaking out later in the morning in Erie and into the afternoon farther inland, and we'll keep it dry and comfortable into Wednesday. Today, though, humid, muggy. We'll have some partly sunny skies this morning. Some scattered showers and storms develop mid to late afternoon. And as we head on toward tonight, showers and storms at times. Front goes through late tonight. Things will diminish here in Erie late. Mid to upper 60s inland, low 70s along the lake shore. For tomorrow, a chance of a few morning showers, mainly south and east of Erie. Then everyone should be mostly sunny by the afternoon. Less humid and cooler, highs in the upper 70s. From your weather authority, nice weather, comfortable, sunshine Wednesday and Thursday. Heat and humidity return for Friday with a chance of some late day storms. Updates of that forecast can be found anytime. Just head to our website, yourerie.com.
Thank you, Tom. And here's the last look at your local headlines. Elizabeth Taylor and Antonio McLaurin were charged in connection to the death of a man whose body was found in the 200 block of West 5th Street. Betsy DeVos, President Trump's Secretary of Education, is expected to make her way into Erie to meet with students and teachers sometime later in the afternoon today. And Stephen Wellman, who's facing charges including aggravated assault by vehicle, is scheduled to appear before a magistrate in Corey this morning for his preliminary hearing. Now, some people will tell you that you need snow in order to use a snowmobile, while some people are wrong.
Dozens came out to Nimby Pond in Michigan to race snowmobiles across a 600-foot pond. Look at that. Organizers stood by with a boat with a winch just in case anybody didn't quite make it all the way across. This is the 11th year for the event.
Wow.
Wow.
That takes skill.
That is pretty. I never realized it could be that buoyant in the water, but
that reminds me a little bit of like pond skims that a lot of ski resorts do.
Right.
In the spring when people have to go across ponds in their skis.
Very
Similar
cool.
idea.
Nice.
A lot of talent there. That's all we have for you on Good Day Erie. You can always head over to yourerie.com to see any of our stories. Have a great day.
Thank you for joining us. Stay cool.